So again, welcome all the new joinees who have just joined. So, I am on a spiritual journey and I'm learning many things. I've done more than 100 courses. I've learned so many things from other people, many teachers in this lifetime, and even in so many previous lifetimes, I've learned so many things, right? And I'm on a journey, spiritual journey. I want to keep growing, keep learning new things. And in this journey I have also learned many things which I'm teaching others also. And why I'm teaching others? Because it helps me also to go deeper into it. So anything, if you learn and, when you teach other people, you understand it better, you go deeper into it. And because it's a spiritual journey, there are milestones in this journey. You experience so many things. And it is also your responsibility to share things with other people as they progress, right? And so, as you know, I'm teaching Reiki, but there was a time when I learned Reiki. I learned various different techniques, and some of the things are very dear to me. I practice more often. Like, for example, Vipassana meditation I do every day. uh, and I teach also every Friday. You Many of you have attended Vipassana meditation sessions on Fridays. We do it every week. So these are some of the things which really help you in the spiritual, your growth. And this is what, I have also experienced, that when I'm doing certain techniques are really helpful. So this is chakra meditation is one of those techniques. So I want to share with you some things that maybe you know a little bit about chakras, or a lot about chakras. Depends, everybody is different. So some people might be knowing a lot about chakras, some people might be knowing a little bit about chakras. But like you know it's a learning process. And we are all learning. So that's the best part. Anybody has anything you want to share, so you can just immediately put in the chat box. There is a chat box, so you can chat at that point of time. Okay. So a lot of people are joining, so keep I welcome everyone. I just shared a little bit about myself. And so I am the author of this book, Reiki, The Gift of the Universe. So those who have got a copy of this, good. If you don't have a copy, you can put your WhatsApp number in the chat box. So I'll send you one copy of that book. Okay. So it's an amazing book about Reiki. But today our topic is, chakra meditation. So as you know that we have seven chakras, major chakras, and there are many other minor chakras also. There are many minor chakras. So but basically we have the major, seven major chakras. So one of the chakra, as you know, is the root chakra, which is at the base of the spine. The second chakra is at the solar plexus, Swadhisthana chakra. First chakra is also called Muladhara in Sanskrit. Then we have another, after that is Manipur chakra. Then we have Anahat chakra or heart chakra. Then throat chakra or Vishuddhi chakra. Then the third eye chakra and the crown chakra. So these are the seven chakras. So there are, as you progress in spiritual life, as you progress in spiritual life, you start to develop these chakras. So one thing is cleansing. So cleansing can be done in by many techniques. So many of you might be aware of how to do the cleansing. If you know, you can put in the chat box, how to do it, to cleansing. So those who know about it, you can share. So one of the things is cleansing, and cleansing can be done. Uh, Cleansing can be done by Reiki or many other methods, right? Or salt water bath and things like that. So cleansing is different, okay. Then energizing the chakras also is different, and developing those chakras, just like a flower, like a rose flower is like a small bud and then it develops into a full blown flower. So similarly, these chakras or energy centers also develop, and when they develop, there are certain qualities that you exhibit. I'm not going to go too much into depth about what exactly happens, because that is also we are going to look at in detail for every chakra. So, but those qualities, like for example, I'll just touch upon some things. Like root chakra is stability. It's about stability. So when the root chakra develops, you get stability. You are whatever you want to live on earth, that is there with you. So like root chakra is basically gives you abundance also. So our ancient, like in the Vedas also, it's all like these things are mentioned. It's more than 5,000 years ago. The rishis were also aware of these chakra system, and the nadis also, which are there inside. So Mooladhara chakra is basically there, and most people on this planet have, at some point of time, this chakra becomes activated. So that is basically uh, like when a male and female, like they start being attracted to the opposite sex. So that is the activation of the root chakra, and that is basically for ultimately for reproduction, to ensure that life continues on earth. So that is very natural. It's a instinct that gets activated, and it happens for most people. Some people, very few people, it may not happen, but most people it happens. But that is the only chakra which gets automatically activated by the law of nature. Sometimes there will be some imbalance in that also. uh, there are other manifestation of that is instability, not able to get like stable in business, in earning money, in job. So those are also other aspects of the Mooladhara chakra. Means whatever you need for living happily on this planet is not there with you. But if you have, then that means the root chakra is stable. So the root chakra also, or any of the chakras, whatever is the state of that development, it also reflects in the outer world. Like if your root chakra is stable, you have stable income, you have everything that you need, or your needs are fulfilled, means this root chakra is also stable, means it's there, it's developed and things are there. Swadhisthana chakra, the next chakra, when like the energy, the kundalini shakti or the energy, when it rises, uh, or you can say the sex energy, like that same energy, when it rises to Swadhisthana chakra, and when that develops, when that energy is available at that chakra, see, some people are stuck in the root chakra, and they cannot think anything beyond food and sex. They can't think of anything. If you tell them learn Reiki, or come for Vipassana meditation, they may not come. They are only interested in maybe watching TV, earning money, having food and sex, and that's it, and sleep. They will eat a lot, and then they will go to sleep. That is the only purpose for them. But some people, they rise above it, the energy rises, and it comes to the Swadhisthana chakra or the sacral chakra. you know that is, you you rise above the basic instincts and you move to some higher dimension, and that brings self sufficiency and contentment. You know, for 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 those who are root chakra is dominant and active, so you need the other person. For sex also you need the other person, right? For but when you reach the Swadhisthana chakra, you are experiencing self sufficiency and contentment, and you are like, you know, your image, your social image is also like developing because of that. Who you are not only thinking about yourself, but you are thinking of others also. And then the energy rises to the Manipur chakra. Manipur is solar plexus. It is for digestion also. It's about your self image. It is about your ego, who you are, your gut feeling, and all these things. So like it is your self image also, so you start to also, at when this energy reaches this level, how many of you have this, like, you know, uh, an urge to find out who you really are, what is your true potential, what is, like, you know, you want to self actualization, you want to do self realization, or you want to know your inner powers? How many of you are in that space, that you want to really know yourself, you want to know your powers, you want to know the hidden power in your subconscious mind, and, like, you know, you want to learn different things, you want to explore, and you think you can do much more than what you're doing right now? How many of you are in that space? Like, you know, you can like, sometimes you feel that you are like, you are a you are beyond, like, you know, you are beyond things, like, you know, you can really do uh, much better, you can say. So Jyoti, you feel like that, that's good. some of some people have replied with me, but not everyone. But yeah, Priyanki, you are in that space, you want to, like, you know, explore, you want to learn, you want to grow, you want to discover more. Like, some people know that, okay, I am so and so, and I have these qualities, and that's it, and I don't want to know anything, and they are certain that I am like this, and I will be like this only. How many of you, it's okay to be in that space also? So how many of you are in that space, like, you know, I am like this, and I am not going to change, I am like this only? So at least I am not in that space. So those who are able to, some people might be able to resonate with this, that, like, you know, I am constantly evolving, I'm constantly evolving. I had certain blocks about myself, uh, 20 years back, like, then I broke those blocks, and then I discovered some more, like, you know, beliefs, limiting beliefs and limiting things about myself. Then I broke those things also, and then I discovered some other blocks. So every time I'm growing, I'm discovering myself. It's a, like, I don't know myself, I don't know my potential, because I'm discovering more and more about my potential. The more I meditate, the more I learn new things, and, like, you know, I discover much more things about myself, my potentials, my capacity, my thinking, my ability to, uh, you know perceive things, so many things. I'm feeling like I'm limitless. So many of you might have that feeling. Yeah, that's very good. Meena, Sachin, and Priyanki. Yes, growing day by day. So that is, like, you know, for those whose energy has come to that level. See, I don't. Many of you might might realize during this webinar that your energy has risen to some level, and you are there. So when I'm talking about Manipur chakra, those who have energy reach that level will recognize, this is happening to me. And for other people, it might be like a theory. And some people might be actually experiencing, this happens with me. Okay, and there is nothing wrong if chakras are not activated, because most people, 90% of the people, the higher chakras are not activated. Not even uh, like beyond the heart chakra, even the heart chakra is not activated. And heart center is the fourth center, the fourth chakra of uh, fourth energy center. And this is where you start to feel more love. Here I'm not talking about romantic love, but universal love, sharing, caring, concern for other people, compassion. These are the feelings. These are finer feelings. Not everyone will have this kind of thing. If you are experiencing, like, even unknown people, you feel, you care for them. For some people, the heart chakra is developed, but it is only for their own pets. Like, you know, for they love pets, but their love is only limited to pets, not to other human beings. Or they love only their family members. Beyond the family, don't care about them. So that means the heart chakra is developed a little bit, like the rosebud has become like this, but not fully blown like that. Yes, yes. So a lot of you are sharing that you can feel, like, you care for others, you feel the, like, what they are feeling, your that empathy is there. So that's good. So when the energy reaches the heart chakra and you start to do all these things. So in terms of Reiki, it happens for most people after the second level of Reiki. But here today we are not talking about Reiki, so just a parallel. But the for heart chakra, when that opens, like, then you feel a lot of things for other people. But some people are like, their heart chakra opens and they get stuck at that level. Like, some people who are really caring, they have opened hospitals, they care for sick people. There are many people like that, right? We call them, like, we also adore them, we respect them a lot. Oh my god, this person is like doing so much. But that is all, that is a sign of a person whose heart chakra is opened, but that person is also stuck at that level. So you have to, there is further progress also. So, there are many saintly people, those who have done many things for humanity, but they have grown to certain level, and after that they have got stuck. Their heart is so full of compassion, they went into, like, uh, helping the poor and helping those people, and they forget about their own spiritual journey. You need to help them, you need to help as much as possible, but there is further something else also is there in life. Okay, so when your energy reaches this chakra, your spiritual journey becomes certain. It is certain that you will grow once it reaches the heart chakra. Unless it reaches heart chakra, unless that compassion, gratitude, love, all these finer feelings are activated, unless that happens, you cannot grow to higher level. The other chakras will not be activated. It cannot be like, suppose somebody reaches, the energy reaches till Swadhisthana chakra, and he starts to inquire what I am, and, like, who I am really, and let me understand my potential, everything. But it doesn't, the heart chakra is not activated, it will not help in the long run. So heart chakra needs to be activated, and once the heart chakra is activated, the that person will reach, that energy will reach till crown chakra. Otherwise, if heart chakra is not active, it is not guaranteed that, other again, the person might forget everything, like, like the person will die at some point of time and then take another birth, and again will do meditation, etc. And then at some point of time, in some birth, the heart chakra becomes active, and then the higher chakras become active, and then he can be enlightened. But unless the heart chakra is activated, the person cannot be enlightened. The energy cannot reach here in the crown chakra. Okay. So yes, many people have this experience, and some people, for them whatever I'm saying sounds like theory. If it sounds like dry theory, then it means that you need to work on these chakras also. So I'll come to the solution later. Solution is you have to activate those chakras, and we have this method. The chakra meditation is a method of activating all the chakras one by one, and when that happens, you have an explosion of transformation in your life. Okay. So if anyone has any questions, you can put in the chat box. Yeah. So somebody has asked, why is this heart chakra important? Okay. You see, heart is also balance. The heart chakra means there are 3 chakras above and 3 chakras below. It is the in between. If somebody is in that level, if the heart chakra is in activated, then the person has balance in life. That person will have balance. It is a balancing experience. Love is also a balancing experience. Gratitude is a balancing experience. Yeah, that's good. Many of you are experiencing bliss during meditation. That's very nice. So then after heart chakra comes the Vishuddhi chakra. Now you might be knowing many people, their Vishuddhi chakra is activated. So how can we know if heart chakra is activated or inactivated? Do you feel all these things which I told you right now? If you feel these things, then it means that it's activated. And do you feel the chakras also? That is also another topic. So Vishuddhi, and in the course we are going to go in detail about this. So you'll learn how it really works. Vishuddhi chakra is the throat chakra. Now, how do you know if people's Vishuddhi chakra is active? Vishuddhi chakra is about creativity, about arts, about expressing yourself, about speaking, about poetry, about literature, about dance, about music. All these things is the throat chakra. So anybody who is very good in that, like for example, if somebody is a very good musician, so yeah, heart chakra is also a meeting point of material world and spiritual world. Jyoti, thank you. Yeah, it's a meeting point. It's a in between balance. If you're caring and loving by nature, does it mean that the basic chakras are activated and we need to work on, or we need to work on the basic chakra again? So all chakras need to be cleansed, energized, balanced. But overall, there will be predominantly you will know. And you are loving and caring in nature. Is it limited to some people or everyone? So that is also another thing that you have to see. So some, everybody is loving and caring, but only for their family. Some people are very loving and very caring, but only for themselves. They only love one person, themselves. So have you seen such people? So that is not what we are talking about. Like universal love. People who are doing some, many people are engaged in so many things for other people. In times of, like in corona times also, we have seen so many people go out of the way to help other people, do contribute to people like that. So those are the people who, for whom heart chakra is active. But that does not mean that they are the best people in the world. Means that means they have reached certain level in their journey. Okay, they have reached certain level in their journey. And in some cultures it is like, you know, they are trained in that way. Like for example, if you go into any gurudwara, so they are doing seva, so they are trained in that way since birth. Like they are trained to do seva. Like everybody, I think every sick person goes and does some seva. I mean, even other people are, like many Hindus also go and do seva and in gurudwara, I know that many people from different communities they go. But that shows, and it's not only gurudwara, in many other places also people do seva in many different ways, so that is also there. Yeah, they are very good communicators. Music, dance. So I have a student who plays sitar, and like, you know, she is presented on, like, you know, she has been done many like what you say, concerts and all. So in this way, these are, this is the Vishuddhi chakra. So that also you can know when somebody, you identify these qualities. They are very good in speaking, writing. If they have written something very nice, or they can speak very nice, they can explain something better. So those are the people for whom Vishuddhi chakra is also activated. Then comes, but some people spend lifetimes in that chakra. Like, you know, they are Vishuddhi is activated, they are a poet, they are a singer, but they dedicate fully their entire life in singing, or in dancing, or in literature, or in poetry, and entire life is in that. They don't reach the third eye chakra. Their energy does not reach here. So we have to realize ki where are we stuck, where are we stuck, and then you have to move forward. The Agya chakra is the sixth center of energy, and this is the third eye chakra. Okay, you know, with the two eyes, we have two eyes. With the two eyes, we see the outside world. We see the outside world. It's infinite. It's unlimited. And with the third eye, we see the inside world. We can see inside, and the inside world is also very vast. And with the third eye, you can see in different dimensions also. You can see in different dimensions. So like, how many of you, like, you know, some of you may have done my, like, you know, angel therapy course, and you can see in different dimensions. You have experiences of different dimension, you have seen beings of different dimension, right? So third eye, when it is activated, you can see many things beyond the physical world. You can see the spirit world, you can see entities of the spirit world also. There's nothing to be scared about it. You can see good and bad both. And if your clearing is for good, you see more of good entities. But there are entities beyond what we can see in the physical senses with the two eyes. The third eye is different, and you get intuitive messages. Many things happen when that is activated. And the last is the Sahasrara chakra. It is your, you know, connection to the universe. So when the energy reaches here, you become one with the universe, and you experience being part of the universe, and you are connected. You can feel that thing. You can feel that the universe responds to what you think and feel, and what you ask is manifested. What you create is manifested in the universe immediately. Fast manifestation. If you're like, when, like, you know, when you do distance healing, you get results, and you can feel that universe is listening to you, and you are listening to the universe, and you are flowing with the flow of the universe, like, you know, what the universe wants. And you are manifesting the will of the universe also, and whatever you will also the universe manifest. So you become, you come in touch, or you become, or you realize that you are part of the infinity, and you are also infinite. That is enlightenment, that is the goal of the spiritual journey. And that does not mean that you have to become a sannyasi. That just means that you have realized the ultimate truth. So this is what, this is a journey. Okay, and this technique what we are talking about, chakra meditation, is a technique by which you can activate all these 7 chakras. It's a journey that we are going to do. We are going to go on this journey. We are going to discover so many things, and we are going to go in this, on this journey. And it's my invitation to you to take on this journey, to jump into this journey. So I have given this Mithul sir's number also. You can contact him, WhatsApp him, and join this journey. Okay. Those who want to see, you know, we are experiencing different times. We have lived in the past. We have taken many births. In many of our lifetimes, we have activated the Swadhisthana chakra, Manipur chakra, but the heart chakra was not activated, and we took another birth. And in this lifetime, some of you have already activated the heart chakra. Maybe it is throat chakra for some people. Maybe it is third eye for chakra. But ultimately, you have to activate all the chakras and not be stuck at any one level for a long period of time, because that long can be a lifetime also. Your entire life can go in one thing, because there is nobody to guide you. How many of you have learned something new in today's so far? Like, just type me in the chat box if you learned something new, like, you know, something new, and you realize something right now. You are getting some realization. Okay, yes, this is important, because you know what, lifetimes can go, and you know, we punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam. You know, there is one bhajan also in this way. Shankaracharya has written about this poem. So people take, like, you know, punarapi janani jathare shayanam, in mother's womb again people are, like, you know, keep taking birth. So if this is like, this is not about, like, you know, people who are very busy in their in just getting the roti kapda makan. It is not for them. Those who have risen above, thoda sa aage nikal chuke hai, you know, those who have that inclination, interest, and those who want to explore something beyond than the mundane. खाना पीना सोना कमाना, खाना पीना सोना, ये तो चलते ही रहेगा. But beyond this, when you want to explore, so this is a journey for that. And 21 days, what we are going to do is every morning 6 o'clock we are going to start this. Every morning 6 o'clock for 21 days. Yes, every day you have to do 21 days, you do, and then whenever you want you can do it. It is just a 10-minute meditation. You don't have to do for hours. This is a 10-minute meditation, and you will get one audio also, which is a very powerful audio. That is a secret thing. It's in my voice, and that audio is also there, so you can listen to that audio. It has some very soothing music also, but that audio is not enough. First you have to understand the technique and do it properly. So it takes approximately some days to understand and use the technique properly, because it is effortlessness. It is not, meditation is not effort, and we are used to taking, like, you know, putting a lot of effort. So this meditation, to get a hang of it, you need you can't learn in one day. You need a practice of 21 days, and then also after 3-4 months you can even get better than that. So there is no limit to how deep you can go into this. Yes, it's a golden chance. How will I get to know whether my chakras? You will experience it. The best thing about this meditation is you will know, you will feel your chakras. You will feel your chakras. It's not related to Reiki. It's a totally different thing. 21 days is just so that you practice for and you reach some level of mastery. I would recommend 90 days, but if I say 90 days, then like people will say, oh, that's too long. So after 21 days, you can do 2 more cycles of 21 days. That becomes 60 days. Or you can do, 90 days. 3 or 4 cycles of 21 days, or 90 days you can do 3 months. That also you can do. But 21 days we will also meet. We will all meet. I will answer questions. 3,000 rupees will be the fees. Okay, that fees is 3,000 rupees for 21 days. Yeah, you can have it parallel, because this will not be a very long meditation. Only the session will be little long, but once you do this, you can parallel. This is no problem. You can have it parallel. So I am not, yeah. So those who are doing Reiki level 1, Reiki level 2, that can continue, and this can also continue. This you can have an additional this thing. So uh, 21 days you have to do, and then after that, if you feel, you can continue. After that, the course will complete. I will be there. I will be there to answer questions. Anything you can always discuss with me, but the course will be complete. Then you can continue if you wish. Okay. Daily 6 a.m. in the morning, so that you are peaceful, everything is peaceful, everything is calm, and you have, you have time for yourself. There is no disturbance. Most people are sleeping. uh, the session may be recorded, but it takes a lot of time to upload every session, and on YouTube it takes a lot of time. I have been not able to upload so many videos of the past week also. Even the last Vipassana session I have not uploaded yet, because it's time consuming. I need help. It's not required. It's it's not like mandatory, but it's a totally different technique. So it's based on your interest. Okay. So there are many beautiful paths on which, some you might be stuck on some chakra, but then you have to move forward, and you need somebody who can guide you. A teacher, a master, a spiritual master is someone who has walked on the path, and they have seen more of the journey. Yeah, I can upload the videos. That's not a problem, but I'm saying it takes time. So it may be, there may be some delay sometimes. So it's a spiritual journey, and you need somebody to guide you. And when you are working closely, then what happens is that you are guided, because every person is unique. You need personal guidance. Everybody needs personal guidance, and everybody needs knowledge also. Though this, this group, all those who are going to join this group, and we'll be working together. So we will discuss a lot in detail about everything, and you can check out the content in the group. I've sent you the content. It's a long, you have to put in the WhatsApp group. I've sent you the content of the course. It's very uh, rich with content. You will learn many things, and all those who have knowledge, you can share your knowledge, you can share your experience, but this is experiential thing. It's not just theoretical. So my objective is to help you, discover where you are stuck, in which chakra you are stuck, and how you can move forward. And you will also get yourself, you will know why, like what things are happening. You will get a very wonderful realization about where you are currently and how you can move forward. And you will be able to feel the chakras. And even those who are Reiki practitioners, and when you're doing Reiki to yourself, other people, you will feel the chakras yourself. Just like you can feel your hand, you can feel the chakras. These are energetic centers. Normally people don't have awareness about this, but you will have that awareness. So the danger is that people might spend lifetimes in one particular chakra and never reach higher level and never get enlightened also. Right now, some people are not even concerned, like, enlightenment kya hai? What is enlightenment? I don't want it. I am happy with my television, my food, my job, my family, that's it. But life, is very uncertain. And in corona, this, people have realized this. And even if we don't realize, at some point of time we have to move on, right? So before that we have to realize our true self and be enlightened. uh, Great. What if we don't feel chakras? So my experience is that people feel the chakras, but it's not that overnight it will happen. Nothing happens overnight. Like, even like, anything. Some people, like in the beginning, when they learn Reiki, they are not able to feel Reiki also that much. Like, very little bit. Sometimes, like, during attunement they feel, and then when they are doing the seven chakra healing, that time they can feel little bit. But when they do second level, then they start to feel more. Then when they do third level, they start to feel more. And when they do a lot of healing sessions, like, when they do the healing for other people, distance healing, etc., then they start to really, like, feel more and more. As you progress, you will feel more and more. So it's same like anything. Like, for example, angel therapy. In When I did my angel therapy course, like, my teacher was saying, oh, this angel, that angel, I can see this, that. But I did not see much, frankly speaking. But then I continue to, like, my habit is I keep practicing things, and, like, developing things, on working on it. And so I kept on developing, and then I could see so many things. So when I did, first time when I went for a workshop, 6 days astral travel workshop in Mahabalipuram. Anybody knows where is Mahabalipuram? It is 50 kilometers from Chennai. So I went 6 days workshop for, you know, astral travel workshop. Initially, in the first 3 days, I could not experience anything, nothing. And on the fourth day I felt something. I could see that I could travel astral, do some astral travel. Then fifth day a little bit more, and then sixth day a little bit more. So that way, anything that you learn, it is a gradual process, and it doesn't mean anything. But feeling chakras is one of the outcome. It's not the main objective, or it's not the main goal of learning chakra meditation. Chakra meditations, the main goal is self-realization, activating the chakras, activating the power of the chakras. Okay, so I will share with you, like, these are the topics which are covered in this. Day one, we have this. We will understand the chakra system. I'll explain how to do this particular meditation. It is totally different from Vipassana meditation. Vipassana meditation is, like, the way we do it is different. Then I will give you all the, different instructions and exercise, and then we'll practice it. Then every day we will practice. Then I also we will learn some more things like chakra cleansing, how to work at a deeper level. Day 3 you will learn balancing methods and how to do it with music and certain affirmations also about chakras. Then uh, how the activation process works, I will explain. Then in-depth understanding about Muladhara chakra. So we'll focus especially on that chakra, and in this way we'll progress. Okay, we'll also share, like every day we will spend some time, like those who want to share their experience. Then Swadhisthana chakra on the 6th day. Then how to do a quick meditation, suppose you don't have much time, how to do it quickly. Then Manipur chakra on 7th day. Then what is the difference between this and Reiki, that also we will discuss. Unblocking the chakras, how to do that. Then Anahat chakra, Vishuddhi chakra on 9th day. 10th day again Agya chakra, which is third eye, how to open that. And then in-depth understanding about Sahasrara chakra and what is Yoga Nidra, what is the benefit of that, going deeper into trance. And so these are some of the effortlessness, that is a very advanced topic. So uh, for sleep, anxiety, weight loss, different colors, also there is another way of doing this meditation, so we will learn that also. So you can use interchangeably. In this you will learn 2 3 different, it's not only one type of meditation, you can, there are many other, many flavors into this, so you will learn this. Then we'll practice this, all these things, and we will also talk about Kundalini awakening, grounding techniques. And then uh, you know chakra meditation for healing. We will have a lot of questions, I'm sure you will have a lot of questions. So every day, in fact, we will have this thing, question answers. So those who have questions, you can do this. Yes, I will be recording and I will upload the recording, those students will get this. Benefits are many, I've just written: improve creativity, problem solving ability, improve brain function, uplifting mood and mental state, and reduce stress, anxiety, improve sleep, greater sense of clarity, improve productivity, okay, greater sense of calmness, memory, better relationships, and ultimately is self realization, self actualization, and enlightenment. That is the ultimate thing. So this is what we are going to have. So I invite you to this journey, and it's a beautiful journey. It's a beautiful journey that uh, I, and if you have people who are like-minded, who are not everybody will be interested. Like for example, not everybody will be interested in a high-end car, like, or not everybody can afford a Mercedes Benz, or something like that. So these, all these things are like that. Not everybody will be interested or interested in this. Anybody can afford this. It's not a very costly thing. uh, your entire month, if you're spending 21 days, just think of how positive, what kind of positivity you will have if you do this meditation for 21 days. Every morning you start your morning with this positive, meditation. And how will your 21 days be, how different. And definitely one of the benefit of this is your sleep will become little less. So if you are sleeping 8 hours, you might sleep 7 hours or 6 hours. One of the benefit of this is uh, you will wake up fresh, feeling fresh, and you will feel sleepy when it's the right time. Okay, now anybody has any questions, you can ask. uh, and registration you can do by yourself, it's your own will. With your free choice, you can, your own will, you can register. And I've given you the details. I don't have to force anybody, because it's all, I want people to come out of their own accord. own willingness, and you feel that this is the right thing, jump into it. That's that's the thing. And it's a beautiful journey. Those who have, I have many students who are, we are starting on the 1st of this month, sorry, June, 1st of June, 1st June to 21st June. So we have a lot of time. You can just register now as soon as possible, and then we will start on the 1st of June. So we have a lot of time, and the June month will be amazing for all the people. I can say one thing: those who are joining this 21 days, it will be a journey of transformation. Every day you will transform, learn many things. Like you learned so many things today, right? How many of you learned something, you enjoyed this session, you learned something, and you are happy that you spend this time here? Just type I in the chat box. That's it. And that's it. With that, I end this session. So thank you so much. I hope it was a learning experience. This session was also a learning experience for you, and you enjoyed this session, and you got something, some some things you learned new, some things you are reminded which you already knew. So it is a pleasure, and this is my happiness. Like, this is something which I like to do, and it gives me great joy and satisfaction when I share whatever I know. I share with others, and that also gives me a lot of joy and satisfaction. Okay, so thank you, Jyoti, Sachin, Meena, and all those who are responding, and those who have typed I and me, and all the encouraging thing, and contributed in the conversation by typing. Thank you so much, all of you. It was a pleasure. See you in the next webinar, whatever is the webinar. Maybe today is Wednesday, so tomorrow we have a healing session at 8 o'clock, and then Friday we have a Reiki, uh, sorry, Vipassana meditation. And those who have, these are the events of this week. So those who are not aware, Reiki healing, and then these are the upcoming events. Okay, and those of you who want, yes, healing at 8 p.m. Yes, and those who have, friends, relatives, neighbors, and you want them to learn Reiki, that is on Saturday. And those who have learned Reiki level 1 and finished their 21 days, they can do the Reiki level 2 on Sunday. Vipassana meditation is on Friday. And this will be normally the schedule for the week, for uh, every week. Most of the time there will be some changes in this, but this is the thing. Okay, great. Okay, so now you can log off. Thank you so much. Have a nice sleep. Before going to sleep, please do meditation. Do your meditation every day. And I'm also going now. 10 o'clock is my time for doing distance healing, and then I will do meditation, and then I will go to sleep. So thank you so much. Love you all. Thanks for being listening. Because of you, I'm able to speak and share some things. Thank you so much. Really grateful. Bye bye. Good night. Thank you. Welcome. Shubh Ratri.